Good morning students, welcome to the class of English 2. Today we shall begin chapter number 10. The name of chapter number 10 is Sympathy. It is poem which has been composed by Paul Laurence Dunbar. So before starting this poem, I would like to tell you in brief about the poet. Paul Laurence Dunbar was born in 1872 and he was died in 1906. He was one of the first influential black poets in American literature. Dunbar wrote much of his novels, short stories, essays, and many poems in the standard English and sometimes used African American dialects for some of his poems. Right? He began writing short stories, right? Began writing stories, poems when still a child, when he was child, right? He published his first poem, Our Martyred Soldiers, and On the River at the age of 16. Dunbar's first collection of the poetry, Oak and Ivy, was published in 1893. His first collection of short stories, Folk from Dixie, was published in 1898 and his novel The Uncalled was published in 1898. Clear? His first collection of the short stories, right? Short stories, Folks from the Dixie was published in 1898 and was his first novel. The Uncalled was published in 1898. Dunbar died of tuberculosis on 9 February 1906 at the age of 33. Sympathy was published in 1899 after the American Civil War. Although the African American were liberated from the slavery and faced discrimination and oppression from the white people. Now see the poem Sympathy. Meaning of sympathy is feeling of pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. What does sympathy means? Feeling of pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. This poem has been written in 3 stanzas. Before starting, I would like to tell you, this poem was written at the time of the American Civil War, right? When the African American fought for their freedom and the rights. Hence, the cage bird symbolizes the suppressed African Americans of the time. Now, my dear friends, see the poem. I know what the cage bird feels a loss when the sun is bright on the upland slope, right? When the wind stirs soft through the springing grass at the river, and the river flows like a stream of glass. At the faint perfume from chalic stills, I know what the cage bird feels. Now see the second stanza. I know why the cage bird beats his wing till its blood is red on the cruel's bar, right? For he must fly back to his perch and cling. When he fain would be on the bow a swing, and pain still throws in the old scars, and they pulse again with keener sting, right? I know why he beats his wing. See the third stanza. I know why the cage bird sings of me when his wing is bruised and bosom sore, when he beats his bars and he would be free. It is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sends from his heart's deep core. But a plea that upward to heavens he flings. I know why the cage bird sings. Now see the first stanza. I know what the cage bird feels a loss when the sun is bright on the upland slope. In the very first stanza, the poet has described the feeling of a cage bird. As he also lives a life of, he knows what is slavery. His parents and he himself was slave, right? During American Civil War, they were treated very badly. So he knows, right now. So the poet had described that he knows the feeling of cage bird, right? In the very first stanza, the poet had described the feeling of cage birds. Now see, I know what the cage bird feels a loss when the sun is bright on the upland. Upland is highland area. Now, in the very first stanza of this poem, Sympathy, the poet tells us that he knows what the cage bird feels. What the cage bird feels. Consider that this is a cage bird, as in it can't fly off and hope. It can't fly off and hope, right? From one branch to another branch. From one place to another, from one branch to another, right? Now she said, when the sun is bright on the upland slope, and when the sun shines brightly on the highland area, highland slopes, right? Here the second line gives us the picture of a beautiful land. In the poet had described, here you can see the second line gives us a picture of beautiful landscape. The sun is shining brightly, or you can say the sun is shining on the slopes. The sun is shining on the slopes and hills, right? And the river flows like a stream of glass. The poet says that the river flows like a crystal clear, right now? Here, the river flows here. Here, stream of glass means crystal clear of flowing river, right? And now, the imbibe. See, friend, when the first bird sings and the first bird opes. Here, and the river flows like a crystal clear of glass, right? And when the poet had described that the bird was in the cage, inside the cage, and when the first bird sings and the first bird opes. Here, the poet described the river flows like a crystal clear, right now? When the first bird opes, and when the first bird sings and the first bird opes means opens, when the first bird opens, and the faint perfume from its chalice steals, and the first wanted to be the first bird to fly there, right? To sing, first bird sings and reach there and enjoy, right now, enjoy the beauty and reach near the birds, and faint perfume from its, and he wanted to steal from chalice means from the cup. What is it? Cup or goblet. So chalice steals, and reaching there, he wanted to steal the fragrance of the cup of the bird. I know what the cage bird feels. The poet says he knows what the cage birds. He was well versed in the feeling of the poet claims that he is well versed with the feeling of the cage bird. He knows very well what the cage bird feels. Now see, friend. So here the crystal clear feeling a river and the imbibe. What do you say? Here, imbibe and be the first. Imbibe and be the first bird to reach the opening bird. Here, the poet has described to be the first bird to reach the opening bird and drinks of its nectar, steals its fragrance can say drinks of its nectar and imbibe its fragrance. Right. I know what the cage bird feels. The poet says that he knows very well that what the cage bird feels. Now see the second stanza. I know why the cage bird beats his wing till its blood is red on the cruel bars. For he must fly back to his perch and cling when he fain means gladly would be on the bow. Bow means branch a swing. Now see friend, in the second stanza the poet has described that he knows the reason for what purpose cage bird beats his wing. Right? The poet tells us that he knows why the cage bird beats his wing. In the second stanza, the poet tells us that he knows why the cage bird beats his wings, right? Beats its wings against the bars of the cage. What to say? Against the bars of the cage, right? So vigorously that even the blood, it's a bleeds, right? The birds know that he must return to the perch, right? The birds wants, right now, he must return to the perch and kept in his cage when the bird is swinging on the branches of the tree. Now see friend, in the second stanza the poet has described, he knows, tells us that he knows why the cage bird beats his wings against the bars, of the cage so vigorously that even he bleeds, and the bird knows that he must return to the perch kept in his cage when he would be swinging cruel bar, for he must fly back to his perch and cling, and he would be on the bow a swing when he would be swinging on the branch of the tree, right? And pain still throws in the old scars. Scars means here wounds, right? And they pulse against with keener sting. Pulse means here throbs. And pain still throbs. And the pain still beats in the old scars means wounds, right? And they pulse and they throb again with the keener sting, right? Pain from sting is also wound. I know why he beats his wings. The poet says, I know the reason for what purpose the bird beats his wings. Now see friend, so despite pain from the old injuries sustained during the struggle in the cage, pulse again the keener stings. I know why he beats his wing. The poet says that he knows the reason why this bird beats his wings against the cruel bars of the cage. Now see the third stanza. I know why the cage bird beats of me when his wing is bruised. Bruised here, purple mark due to the leakage of the blood. Bruise means here, what to say? Blood. Purple mark due to the leakage of the blood. Clear side. And bosom chest. Shore means here, painful, right? When he beats his bars and would be free, it's not carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sent from the heart's deep core, but a plea that upward heaven he flings. I know what the cage bird sings. I know why the cage bird sings. Now see in the third stanza the poet has described the reason why the cage bird sings. Now see, the poet tells us, in the third stanza poet tells us that he knows why the cage bird the bird is injured. Now, in the third stanza, poet has described, he knows very well, he tells us that he knows why the cage bird sings, right? The bird is injured from the beating against the cage, right? Against the cage. Here the poet has described the bird is injured from the beating against the cage, right? And longing and desire and having desire, longing for freedom, and definitely it does not sing a song of joy. The poet says, and definitely the bird is not singing a song of joy or glee, right? His song is rather but a prayer that he sent from his heart's deep core, right? But his song is rather a heartfelt prayer from the innermost depth of his soul, and seeking, what is seeking? He said, seeking from heaven his freedom, Now, but a plea that upward to heaven he flings. I know, the poet repeats the line, he knows. Poet tells us that he knows why the cage bird sings. See the once again said. See the first stanza once again. I know what the cage bird feels alas when the sun is bright on the upland slope. Now, see in the very first stanza of this poem, the poet tells us that he knows what the cage bird feels. In the very first stanza, the poet had described the feeling of the cage bird. So here the poet tells us that he knows what the cage bird feels, right? Considering that this is a cage bird, as in it can't fly, but as it can fly off and hope from one place, one branch to another branch, right? The second line here, when the sun is bright on the upland slopes. The second line gives us a picture of a beautiful highland. Now see when beautiful landscape. The second line gives us the picture of beautiful landscape that cage bird missing. What to say when? The sun is now said. The sun is shining on the slope and hills. What to say when? Here in the second line of this stanza, the poet describes the picture of a beautiful landscape, and the sun is shining on the slopes. What is sun is shining on the slope or hills, right? When the wind stirs soft through the springing grass, the poet had described at the time when the wind moves soft through the springing grass, and the river flows, and at the time river flows in crystal clear, right now, the river flows, right now, crystal clear of glass, and when the first bird sings and the first bird whoops, and the faint perfume from its chalic steals. Here, the picture here you can see in Bible. Now see friend, and be the first bird. Here, when the first bird sings and the first bird whoops. Here the poet has described the bird wants to be the first bird, right? Wants to be the first bird to reach, right? To reach opening bud and drinks of its nectar and imbibe its fragrance. Now then, I know what the cage bird feels. The poet had described that he knows the feeling of the cage bird, what it feels. Now see the second stanza. I know why the cage bird beats his wing till its blood is red on the cruel bars. In the second stanza, the poet has described for what purpose, why the cage bird beats its wing. Now see, the poet tells us that he knows why the cage bird beats its wings against the bar of the cage, right? So vigorously that he even bleeds, right? And the bird knows that he must return to the perch and kept in his cage. Now kept in his cage, right? For he must fly back to his perch and cling when he fain means gladly, and when he gladly would be on the bow of swing. When he would be singing, what to say? When he would be swinging on the branch of a tree. And pain still throbs in the old scar. Here the poet had described the pain still beats. The pain still beats in the heart of a bird, right? Clear? Throbs in the old scars. Scars here marks, right? Means wound, and the pulse again, and the throbs, and they throb. Pulse means throb again with the keener sting, right? Pain from the old injuries, right? Pain from the old injury, right? I know why the cage bird feels, right? So here the poet describes that old injuries sustained during his struggle in the cage, right? The poet describes in the last again, he tells, he knows, poet says that he knows why the cage bird beats his wing. Now see the third stanza. I know why the cage bird sings of me when his wing is bruised and his bosom sore, when he beat his bars and would be free. Now in the third stanza, the poet has described, he knows why the cage bird sings. What is the reason of singing of song? So he knows why in the third stanza, poet has described that he knows why the cage bird sings, right? So he said, when the beats his bars, he would be free. It is not carol of joy or glee. Now, he said, in this stanza, in this line, the poet tells us that he knows why the cage bird sings, and the bird is injured. Here, the bird is injured, right? From beating. The bird is injured from beating against the cage, right? And having desire and longing for freedom, and having desire for freedom, and definitely it does not sing a song of joy, or it does not definitely sing a song of joy, right? His song is rather, what will say sir? His song is rather heartfelt prayer. His song is rather heartfelt prayer from the innermost depth of the soul, innermost depth of his soul, right? Seeking from heaven his freedom, seeking heaven from his, what will say sir? Seeking from heaven his freedom. Okay sir, now the poem is over. Thank you very much.